what I'm trying to understand is who pays $250,000 in order to get trapped in the ocean? Man, listen, I was out there in Venice, California, out there in LA and all of that other type of stuff. And we was on a little boardwalk thing and we was looking over the ocean. And I was looking at that vast ocean and understanding that we've only actually explored only 5% of the entire ocean. And I was thinking to myself that vast body of water is the ultimate fuck around and find out if you want to. Fuck around and find out if you want to. That ocean, there is nothing more scary on the face of the earth. Nothing more scary on the face of the earth for me personally than looking out at the ocean. We don't even know what's under there. Of all the time that we done been on this earth, we don't even, it's so many undiscovered things under there that can possibly kill you. You can freeze to death. You can run out of oxygen. You can get an electrocution from some new creature that we don't even know what it looks like. It's stuff that's down there surviving when we can't even breathe. Your chest can absolutely explode as a result of it. Me and my daughter was looking at this story and we was thinking of ourselves, now what person in their right mind would want to go to the ultimate fuck around and find out location on the face of this earth? So as of today, apparently, they're in a space where they're almost minutes away, as of right now, minutes away from running out of oxygen. Let me give you the latest update of what's going on.
Search crews racing against time in their desperate efforts to locate a missing submersible 4 days after it disappeared, with the oxygen on board expected to run out at any moment. Those underwater sounds detected for a second day still remain a mystery.
Well, more ships and equipment have been rushed to that site to help with this mission. WBZ's Nick Giovanni's been following the developments all week long. He's live at the Coast Guard station in Boston with the latest this morning. Nick?
And Kate, estimates suggest the Titan is down to potentially minutes worth of oxygen at this point, set to run out at some point within this 6 o'clock hour is what estimates suggest. This while search crews still trying to zero in on those underwater noises picked up by sonar over the last 2 days.
We don't know what they are, to be frank with you. The P3 detected noises. That's why they're up there. That's why they're doing what they're doing. That's why they put sonar buoys in the water.
So they done already ran out of oxygen as of three days ago. Think about this, if they kept their composure and they breathed reasonably. As of 3 hours ago, they done already ran out of oxygen. If they had kept their composure, otherwise they sitting down there cold. Think about that. For all of these days they've been sitting down there cold, claustrophobic, because you in a tube that's bolted in the dark with a PlayStation controller as the way in which you navigate this submersible device. You sitting down there, you got all kind of nonsense. What the fuck are we doing? So you wise enough and smart enough to get to the point to where you can become millionaires and billionaires. But now you down there in a submersible, hoping that people find you multiple miles down, land hopefully somewhere close next to the Titanic, controlled by a joystick that is attached to a Bluetooth device.
Coast Guard still considering this a search and rescue mission as of their latest update. The search area doubling in size yesterday to roughly 20,000 square miles. With more resources moved.
20,000 square miles. Do you know how vast 20,000 square miles is? 20,000 square miles. They're trying to find a needle in a haystack. 20,000 square miles.
Moved toward the site where the submersible lost contact on its way down to the Titanic Sunday. Efforts centered around, again, the banging noises detected with the help of sonar buoys, thought to be periodic, possibly rhythmic banging. Having turned up nothing on the surface, searchers acknowledge the Titan is quite possibly on the ocean floor, some 2.5 miles down, with some rescue gear still on the way.
Unfortunately, everything in the deep ocean happens sort of slowly. All the equipment, none of this equipment that's heading that way is designed to operate quickly. The environment just doesn't let you do that.
Let me show y'all the equipment that was being used. He took us on a tour.
We are in, which is a titanium.
Let me move it forward.
Hi, my name is Stockton Rush. I'm the CEO and founder of OceanGate. Let's take a look at Titan. So we're coming into the sub. This is the only toilet available on a deep diving submersible. Best seat in the house. You can look out the viewport. We put a privacy screen in, turn up the music.
So y'all in there nervous, breathing hard, pooting, farting. You ever been in a... I know I should not be laughing. Stomach is you know when you get nervous that your stomach, oh my God, I go to the bathroom. What if somebody got diarrhea? So you in there in a claustrophobic tube, pooting, farting, going on a tour, cold. Listen, fam. You know when you get nervous, when they start losing control of them PlayStation controllers, if somebody wake you up too fast, you might... I'm going to be honest with y'all. Honestly. Listen, honestly, seriously. Listen, y'all. Y'all got to understand this. You know how I know that I can't get married with anybody else? Because I snore. My wife said that I snore. She said that I snore. Now, I know in this 19 years of us being together, she done probably pooed it on me. I done pooed it on her. You know, being married is a whole nother ball game. I done been sick. She done carried me to the bathroom. And now you down there in a tube, bolted in from the outside, nervous, cold, with one toilet. It's like a bunch of y'all in there, and you just letting them fly. You can't keep it in. Everybody got to breathe it in. All right, I'm going to give you the real. I'm looking at it from a C student's perspective off the real. I'm not one of them people that's going to evaluate this and tell you something that I don't. I see it a little bit differently than everybody else. The news tell it to you one way. I'm going to tell it to you this way.
And it's very popular. We have our control screen here, our sonar screen here, and we can put any image we want in the back. We've taken a completely new approach to the sub design, and it's all run with this game controller. And
that's not even the latest PlayStation. That's not even the PlayStation 4 controller or the PlayStation. That's not even Xbox. He didn't even get the real Xbox controller, the real PlayStation controller, the most recent version. Yo, that looked crazy. It got literally the colors on it. Let me rewind this a little bit. Look at that controller, yo. Yo, that's the PlayStation 2 controller. You got a PlayStation 2 controller in there, bro. With horns on them. If I was Sony, I wouldn't even want them to have this on there. Y'all embarrassing Sony, messing up our stock prices. Y'all say they got that controller from China? This is how they're navigating in this tube. Okay, let's continue.
It's all run with this game controller and these touch screens. So if you want to go forward, you press forward. If you want to go back, you go back.
And they thought that they was impressing us. See, this is all you got to do is run it with his game controller. Nah, you fuck around and found out, and now y'all pooting in that tube and passing out. This is so dumb. This is the dumbest. This is how we know that humans are still amongst the dumbest species on the face of this earth. I know God is up there like, look at them fools. Hey, Jesus, you see them over there in the ocean? They wanted to test me. I told them they didn't read their Bibles. Thou shalt not tempt the Lord thy God. Now you want to pray to me to come save you? I told you to stay up out of there in the first place.
Turn left, turn right, go down, go up. And it's Bluetooth, so I can hand it to anybody. And it's meant for a 16-year-old to throw it around, and it's super durable. We keep a couple of spares on board just in case.
Okay.
This is the second year we've been out to
Shout out to Patrice Sean Baptiste. I'm going to be reading that super chat shortly.
Titanic. We went out in 5 8-day missions. We did about 10 dives to the wreck site of the Titanic, and we did an extra dive on an undiscovered reef that we found. Completely privately funded operation, and we're funded by, we call mission specialists who help support the mission. So they
What if an octopus just walk past, fly past, and then pull a cord out? And so now y'all trapped under the ocean and can't nobody find y'all on 20,000 square feet.
quite a bit of money to come and join us. Years ago, the Russians took tourists out to the Titanic. And
Reading super chat shortly.
It was just sort of a look and see thing. We really are focusing on the science around it. We want to document what the wreck is like now and also try to predict what it'll be like in the future.
See that? You see what we dealing with? Watch this. All right, so I want to give y'all a more comprehensive view of what it's like out here in these streets, in these ocean streets.
A submersible with 5 people on board heading for the wreck of the Titanic has lost contact with its mothership. Nobody knows where it is or even whether the crew is still alive. But yesterday afternoon, we got some clues from the U.S. Coast Guard, who may have as little as 48 hours left.
Hey, let me ask y'all a question. Put a 1 in the chat if you feel sorry for these people. I want to see how many savages we got in here. Put a 1 in the chat if you guys feel sorry for the crew that's stuck down there and they was pooting on each other, having stomach problems while they was down there losing oxygen. Just curious. Put a 1 in the chat. I don't see no ones yet. Put a 1 in the chat if you feel sorry for these people. I'm going to keep watching. I'm going to monitor the chat. I want to see the ones if y'all feel sorry for these people.
Find a needle in a haystack.
It is a remote area, and it
Mary
is
got a 1.
A challenge
William,
to conduct
Cute
a
Beezy,
search in
M.
that
Nemesis.
remote area. But we are deploying all
We don't got all savages. There's a lot of people in here that feel bad for these people.
available assets to make sure that we can locate the craft and rescue
I see the ones.
the people on board.
Aww.
What do we know about this vessel?
Shout
Who
out
is
to
on
Shasheri.
board? Where might search teams find it? And just how challenging a search is this going to be?
Shout out to Jay Woodfin in the building. Yeah, I seen that Jay Woodfin. One of the Billionaire sons was at a Blink 182 concert while his daddy was down there going.
Submersible is called Titan. It's a small ship, only about 22 feet long, which is tight for 5 people. One of those people we know is British billionaire, pilot, and explorer Hamish Harding.
All right, British billionaire. I'm pretty sure that is no black people on this ship, but I just want to see all of the people that's on there.
He had been posting on social media about the trip. Also on board, French diver Paul-Henri Nargeolet.
Shout out to Henri Nazare in the building.
Dada Dawood and his son Suleiman from one of the wealthiest families in Pakistan.
Pakistanis in the building. Shout out to the Pakistanis. Y'all said that y'all want to go out here and be like white people and dive to the bottom of the ocean. I feel you. Shout out to y'all.
And this
We had Jean-Paul Avis. We got the Pakistanis in the building. We got the good old strong white man that was a part of the exploration crew before. And then we got this young gentleman with a lot of good hair.
CEO of the company that runs these expeditions himself, Stockton Rush. Now, seats on board the Titan are expensive. Typically, it's $250,000 for the opportunity. Titan launched Sunday morning from a larger ship, about 370 kilometers off the coast of Newfoundland.
There is no, allegedly, there is no 19-year-old on board. But I don't know. Maybe y'all know something that I don't.
The interest in the Titanic is the reason we go there. Almost nowhere else in the deep ocean can you get funding to go back every year for decades and see how coral reefs develop and see how metals decay and see how currents change.
Yes, this is a ship designed to bring tourists to the Titanic, and in a pretty unconventional way.
Taking a completely new approach to the sub design, and it's all run with this game controller and these touch screens. So if you want to go forward, you press forward. If you want to go back, you go back. Turn left, turn right, go down, go up. And it's Bluetooth, so I can hand it to anybody.
From what we know, Titan had already made this trip several times this year, but Let's be clear here. This is a very remote area, and the ocean floor where the Titanic wreckage is about 13,000 feet deep. It takes 2 hours just to go straight down.
It take 2 hours just to free fall all the way down to the part in that cursed ass fucking spot where the Titanic sunk in the first place. Think about it. Think about it. Like, and I'm telling y'all, honestly, I believe in spirits. I shout out to all of y'all. I'm going to read y'all super chat shortly. I genuinely believe in stuff. So think about it. You got a free fall for 2 hours in a cursed spot where thousands of people already perished and passed away. Who want to do that? Listen, it's certain places that I don't even go to just because I think that it's a spirit of death and destruction over in that area. I won't even hug certain people. I don't even give certain people my energy. And I don't even hug certain people because I believe that they just got negative energy on them and I don't want them devils and them demons all over me. I don't go and revisit people's graves. I don't go over the grave sites. I don't even want to let the dead bury the dead. I don't even like talking about dead people. And y'all gonna go down and explore and find out what's down there so that you can see the coral reefs and see how the metal decays and comebacks and all of that. Okay. All right. Okay. Y'all ever seen what's the most recent Black Panther? Y'all seen that recent Black Panther? Them sea people don't like you. They don't like you. They don't like you. They don't want you in their spaces.
It is not for the faint-hearted to do something like this, to get in that sub. It's very close quarters. You're in it for a long time. You're bolted in from the outside. There's no way out. There's no hatch to get out of it.
The problem started about 1 hour and 45 minutes after the submersible began making its descent. Communication between it and the ship it launched from just cut off, which is really bad because from that moment on, command crews on the surface have no idea whether the crew below needs help, whether they're lost, whether other critical equipment has also failed, or whether the ship itself is even still intact.
It's the depth, that's the thing. That's the big factor. To get the submersible back to the surface is the big thing.
The pressure.
Just leave them down there, man. Don't risk your life trying to go and get them. Don't risk your life. Listen, you know what they say. And again, I'm going to use my reference from the plane. They say put your own oxygen mask on first before you start to try to help somebody else. They made their decision. They wanted to risk it all. You went for it. You lost. And I keep telling y'all that it ain't no respawns and it ain't no redos. Aquaman got them. Now, listen. Let the Lord have its way. Lord, you have your way. You know how those church mothers usually say. Lord, in Jesus' name, Lord, you let him have his way. Let him have his. They fucked around and found out. That's all it is to it. We're not gonna sit here and have a conversation about it. We're not gonna sit here and talk long term about it. Listen, and I'm gonna tell you, I know a lot of y'all put a 1 in the chat because y'all truly do care about these people. But let me tell you something. I got people in my own city, in my own neighborhood that die every single day. They suffering. It's people that's getting trafficked out here. They taking lives. They dying from overdoses. It's serial killers and murderers and pedos out here. It's somebody probably in your own family that you ain't told on that need to go to jail right now. Maybe I need to have more compassion, but I don't. I don't give a rat's ass, not even a little bit, about what Aquaman is doing with his new food down there. I think that they should go ahead and only reason that they should go down there to the bottom of the ocean is to unbolt that motherfucker so that they can let the rest of so they can be a part of the ecosystem. It's fish and food down there that need to eat, and they need to be a part of the ecosystem. Don't let it go to waste. Unbolt it. Let them come on out. Let them go into the rest of the ocean and let them dissolve themselves and make themselves a part of the ecosystem so that we can continue to have good oceans. I don't care, not even a little bit. I got my own problems. I got my own people that I need to be concerned with. I have no sympathy for somebody who decided to go down to the bottom of the ocean and fuck around and find out. Hopefully they got their life insurance intact. Listen, one of their own sons don't even give a fuck about him. His own son was at a Blink 182 concert yesterday. Why should I care? If his son don't care about him, why should I be out there going to chase him? The Lord said, let the dead bury the dead.